What's up, guys? I want to thank you so much for checking out my YouTube channel. We are going to start doing contests every single month with lucky winners and giving away Young Ambition clothing along with some other really cool prizes. So make sure you hit the subscribe button below. You have to be subscribed to be eligible to win. And I'm excited to continue giving you game-changing, relevant, tactical content that inspires you, challenges you to think different, and really helps you live a life on your terms. So subscribe below and we'll see you guys soon. First thing you have to think about is you need to go into the year with a mantra. If you see entertainers or actors or artists, they're always recreating themselves. If a new album comes out, they recreate themselves. Start with this. Do you have a mantra for next year? Maybe it's all in. Maybe it's execution over ideas. If you're someone that has ideas all day long and overthink, but you never execute, maybe it's execution over ideas this year. What statement or vision is going to drive you the next year? What is your magnificent obsession? Okay, so maybe someone already has that. I don't know. But what is your magnificent obsession? What are you going to obsess about this year? And what are you going to really focus on? And how can you simplify that? Then you want to make sure that you audit your advisory board. Okay. And when I evaluate that, I add some questions. One of them is, what might get in my way? So write this down. What might get in my way? Who might get in my way? And how can I prevent that from happening? What used to get in my way sometimes is just hiring too fast and firing slow, not hiring A players. There's so much maintenance involved if you don't hire the right people. So now you got your mantra, you got your 1-page, 2-page plan. You know who's going to get in your way and how to prevent that. Now it's audit your circle of influence. We talk about this, but this is what I do every single time. I go through all my relationships. I go through who I need to add, who I need to nurture and build a better relationship with, who I need to connect with more. And then I ask myself, how can I add value and sharpen and strengthen these relationships? And whether it's Eric Thomas, Patrick Bet-David, whether it's Mel Robbins, whether it's my friend Gerard Adams, whether it's Lewis Howes, how do I add value to these people? How do I continue the relationship? What are these relationships are going nowhere that I can just kind of let die off? And you can't be naive to think you want to build a relationship with everybody. Usually people who have the most amount of friends, they don't have as many genuine, loyal growth connections. So it's not quantity, it's quality, right? Academy is a great place to start. It solidifies guaranteed growth and gets away from moods and feelings. If you just get on all the millionaire speakers next year and you just get on the mastermind calls and let me guide you and hold you accountable, you'll crush it. It's just so many things get in the way and so many distractions come at you. If you want to have a record-breaking year, you got to block all distractions and really, really get dialed in and focus. Don't be so accessible to people. Okay. So your phone, and this is obvious. Most of you guys probably already have this. I would turn off all your notifications. The last thing you want is, oh, someone hit me on Instagram. Oh, I got an email. That's so amateur, especially if you're not at 10K a month. Now 10K a month plus is different. You don't really even answer your phone much, but if you're under 10K a month, you should not be even looking at this except to be in control and to help it make you money and build your influence. Not take it away, because your phone, social media either controls you or you control it. So don't be accessible, and connect with people playing the game at a higher level than you once a week. So make it a point when you plan your week. Who am I going to connect with this week that's at a higher level? This is called systemizing your progress. So no matter how your week goes, put in your schedule, you're going to connect with someone this week that's higher level, period. Now, this is about the what and why and finding the best for how. Let me explain what I mean by that. Great leaders and game changers. I'm always thinking this way, and I don't think I've shared this, but this is how you have to think going into next year. Great people, great leaders, game changers, they master what they're doing, what their movement is, what their business represents, what the culture looks like. They know why they do what they do. They know why the movement's important. They know why the vision's important, and they know how to get things done by hiring the best. They find people who complement their weak spots by putting out great goals, compelling visions, and creating movements. Now, people always say, how do I find these people? You don't, they find you. When you create a movement compelling and you make your business about something, people come to you versus you chasing people. You don't need to figure everything out on your own. That's what the advisory board is for. So evaluate who your advisory board is. If you have a huge business problem, who are the people that you reach out to? Like within 10 minutes, who are the people that you reach out to that can solve your problem? Whatever you value, you should have a mentor that can help you reach new heights in that area. So audit your circle of influence. Who do you have that you can call right away? Who do you need to build a better relationship with so you can have them in their speed dial? And then who around you are you closest with, and how are they making you feel? How are they helping you move different? How are they helping you think bigger? How do you feel, act, and think when you're around them? Make sure you have that really sharp group that levels you up. And an advisory board is just people that can help you in the areas that are most important to you. Got it? That's number 2, audit. Number 3, this is big, your personal growth plan. What are you committed to personal growth wise? What don't you know about yourself that you need to know? Because what you don't know about yourself controls your life, right? So under your personal growth plan, there's a morning routine. There's the in the zone ritual. For me, I always reevaluate. What is my morning routine that's most effective? And remember, the purpose of a morning routine is not to make it long and tedious and 27 steps. People are so obsessed with morning routines, like having to be perfect. You got to make them a little flexible. You're not going to do them. The purpose of a morning routine is to get yourself in the right state of mind and to know what you're doing for the day and put the hardest task first. So I've been meditating recently, 10, 15 minutes. It's been amazing because I have so much on my mind. And I still write in my journal. I work out 5-6 days a week, drink a ton of water in the morning. And I don't have any social media in the morning. No email, no phone, usually for the first 2 hours. I'll read out of a book that's relevant to what I'm focused on. I will just get centered and really get in the zone. I will look and stare and embody and really, really go through my desires and reasons, like why I'm doing what I'm doing. Really keeps me centered and focused and in the zone, right? I think the worst thing someone can do going into 2021 is being off the cuff. Off the cuff used to work. Okay. Off the cuff, like randomly just basing things off your emotion and just kind of going with the flow in business. That could get you to 6 figures, but it'll never get you to 7, and it'll get you killed in 2021. No more off the cuff. Now, certain things you want to do a quick video that you're thinking about, no problem. But off the cuff, personal growth planning is not going to work. Okay. So morning routine. Remember, it doesn't matter how you feel or what you believe. You still have to take action. I used to beat myself up when I wasn't in the zone. I used to beat myself up. You can ask Kayla. I used to beat myself up when I wasn't focused and energized and motivated. I'm like, what the heck? I'm supposed to be me. I'm supposed to always be motivated. What is wrong with me? Then I realized, I hate to admit this, but I will. I am a human most of the time. And it's normal. And I just have to tell myself I'll be back in the zone soon. Here's the kicker. Whether I wake up and I feel on fire, or whether I wake up and I'm a little stressed and have anxiety, my actions don't change. They don't change. I still do my morning routine. I still get in the zone and I still produce, because my longer term goals are more important to me than temporary feelings. And they're not for most people. Most people talk all day about their family and their goals and their visions, and they say how important they are, but their temporary feelings are more important, which is why they're struggling. So it's important to understand you got to have a routine. And when you have a routine, it's something that can be consistent and you can adapt and adjust it, right? So here's what I did. Now, you also have to have an in the zone ritual. I've talked about this so many times, I don't want to waste time on it. In the zone ritual is just making sure that if you're not in the zone, what 5 things can you do to get yourself in the zone quick? Okay. Being able to spark your own fire is a very, very important and valuable skill. So next thing on our personal growth plan, audience expansion before profit maximization. Okay. I'm always thinking audience expansion before profit maximization. Build your list, expand your pixel audiences, get message out there, give out free content, add value. People are drawn to clarity and hate confusion. Move your prospect away from confusion and closer to clarity. Build some raving fans. Revenue will come 1,000% guaranteed. But if you try to ask for something without giving value or creating a raving fan, it backfires, and it's going to get even harder to attract clientele by asking without giving in 2021. Lastly, in personal growth is how will you get yourself to focus at a more deeper and more present level? One of the ways I focus is instead everyone writes to-do lists, I write not to-do lists. Yeah, that's what I write. So everyone's like, oh, what's my to-do list? Mine's like, what's my not to-do list? Oh, don't check social media. Don't scroll. Okay, what is your not to-do list? What are you going to stop doing right now? Number 4, profit maximizers and result-driven actions. The amount of stress you have in your life is in direct correlation to the lack of rituals you have in place. So inside your business, there's some activities that result in getting more customers, creating more value for those customers, and selling more products and services to them. If you do these key activities over and over, this combination of new customers that are buying from you and paying you money and growing your business for you will result in a not just growing income, but more referrals for you. Some of these key activities that I've seen that are the most common: perfecting your product and service, testing and redefining your marketing efforts. A big thing you should focus on is giving customers an emotionally impactful experience that causes them to come back and buy more and tell their friends to come buy from you. Maybe asking for referrals or creating a referral system. This should be a pretty big profit maximizer, asking for referrals or creating a referral system. If you don't do some of these actions, only you know. So under profit maximization, what are the 10% of activities or marketing efforts that have brought in 90% of your business the last 12 months? What are the most proven marketing tactics from the last year? Double down on those. Because if you don't do these every single day, every week, every month consistently, you're actually robbing yourself of growth and income long-term, because you're not benefiting from the compound interest of these marketing tactics being done over and over again. You want to make sure what you're bringing in your business is profit producing. Okay. And consider there's only 3 ways to grow your business. You can increase the number of clients, increase the number of sale price, and increase the number of times they buy per year. Most people, probably 90%, focus on increasing the number of clients. And sometimes that becomes the least effective and least profitable. So what can you do to increase the other 2 methods, right? That's something you got to really focus on. And maybe it's delivering. I don't know what your value proposition is in your industry, but it's always about delivering higher levels of customer service, figuring out ways to add more value, communicating more frequently with your clients and customers. Okay, the more frequent the relationship, the better. Increasing the conversion rates, maybe better sales copy, acquiring clients up front for break even to make a profit on the back end, figuring out who has access to your target market and how to leverage other people's proven platforms. And then under result-driven activities, understanding marketing is king, and understanding that yes, content's great, but you have to know what you deliver is so good that if you don't learn how to sell it and market it, you're doing the world a disservice. And like I talked about, when I'm thinking about next year, and I have some of my planning right here, the value plays, what are our opt-ins, what are our priorities, all these things. You have to be the marketer of your services. If you're not marketing, me and Sean talked about this a couple of weeks ago, Sean. You have to be a marketer. If you're a speaker, you have to be a marketer of your speaking services. If you're a realtor, you have to be a marketer of your real estate services. If you're an author, you have to market yourself and market your book. So most people spend 90% on the doing and 10% on the marketing. You have to spend 80 to 90% on the marketing, 10 or 20% on the doing. Okay. That's number 4. Number 5, last one, systemize your growth. This is what I've realized over the years, and it was such a relief. Planning your entire year, all the details, month by month, isn't the move. So many things change, and it almost guarantees that it's not going to work how you plan it. No one I know that's at the 7-figure level plans their entire year, like day by day, week by week. They've systemized their growth and took everything away from their moods and feelings and put it into an actual process. This is called being off yourself and on purpose. Okay, so what I mean by that is, instead of trying to plan the entire year, you want to have little things that you do that solidify growth throughout the year. Let me explain what I mean. And by the way, I've told this story, but Michael Jordan averaged 30 points in his whole career. Anytime he ever had less than 15, he averaged 45. What that means is his whole career of 15 years, he never had 2 bad games in a row. Never once. Never once. And that's not a coincidence. When he had a bad game, he tripled down on studying film. He made a decision he was never going to have another bad game. Same thing for entrepreneurs. You should never have 2 bad days in a row. You should never have 2 bad weeks in a row. You should never have 2 bad months in a row. It used to blow my mind. Now I know how easily influenced society is, how bad their habits are, how much they escape reality. It makes sense now. But I used to be confused how someone can have 2 bad years in a row. But it doesn't confuse me now, because when they have a bad year, they don't do anything to change it. And they have the same mindset. They're around the same people and they have the same bad year. That's not you guys. Okay. Game changers have growth year after year. Hey, what's up? And thank you for watching this video. If you enjoy this video and this content, make sure you hit the subscribe button below, put the notifications on, and I assure you, you'll love this content and these videos.